Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I have really been loving the bohemian chic interior design style. I got my new IKEA light fixture here. I love it. Another trend I've been absolutely loving is the painted black windows. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I've had a few friends do it and it looked so good. So I got all the details from them and I wanted to make a video for you. So the first thing I want to say to you guys is that I am in no way a professional at this, and I am sure that I'm using wrong supplies and that this is not perfect. But I'm not afraid to do it on my house and let you guys know how it works. I live in Las Vegas, so it's 115 degrees outside this whole week. It's insane. A few of my friends painted their windows using spray paint, but I could not do that because the smell would be trapped in here. I can't open the windows, it's too hot. So I went to Home Depot to buy some other paint and it still smelled and it did not work very well. So I was super impatient and I just went and looked at the paints that I had, and I had some Michaels brand acrylic black paint, and then I also had some gloss acrylic black paint. I don't know if that's something you're supposed to do. Acrylic paint is water-based and I have heard that can potentially rust. In like a year, I will give you guys an update video on how my windows have done. It will chip off, but the beauty is it's so easy to touch up. And it's so cheap. These are like 70 cents each. So, follow along with me as I do this and we will see the transformation, see what happens. All right, you guys, step one, which honestly I think was the most time-consuming step, was cleaning your window. It took some time. It was not very fun, but that's a good step. Don't skip that step. Clean your window. Step number two, just get some painter's tape and tape off the window. You're gonna tape off the inside and the outside wall portion. Okay, you guys, my window is taped off and I'm ready to paint. I wore my overalls for you today. I thought that was appropriate. Painter's overalls, you know. Okay, so one little piece of advice with taping is just try to make each new piece of tape line up evenly. That is more important than the tape actually being straight the whole way through, because if it's uneven, then your paint will be jagged. But if it's just a little bit crooked, then like the eye can't really tell. Okay, we are ready to paint. And as I told you before, I just got, these are from Michaels. This is craft paint. I just went in my craft room and got these. One is just a black acrylic paint, and I didn't want it to look super matte. So I'm mixing it with a gloss acrylic paint. I didn't want it to be too glossy either. So boom, together they will be perfect. I'm just using a variety of paintbrush sizes. I'll probably use these two most. I also got this paintbrush from Lowe's that is specifically for windows, and it's kind of convenient because it fits like perfectly in the grooves of the window. So if you wanted to invest in that, I think it was like $7. All right, let's go. As I am painting this first coat on here, I'm realizing that this is probably why they say to sand things first, because my paint has nothing to stick to. So it's pulling off a little bit, but this is why it'll take 2 or 3 coats, but it's really no big deal. So it's pulling up a little bit, no worries on your first coat. Just get some paint on there. And then on your second coat, it should stay better. It is time for coat 2. I have waited and my first coat is perfectly dry. So now we can do coat 2. And same thing as coat 1, just a thin, even stroke. Don't glob it on. Let's do it. So for your second coat of paint, you're gonna wanna use a lot more finesse and just long strokes. If you go too crazy, you will chip your first coat. Okay, our second coat is done. And we will just need to wait for this to dry and come back and just do like a third coat of touch-ups. Not a full third coat, but just a little touch-ups here and there. We're almost there. Our third coat is dry, and now is the best part of the whole project. I'm so excited, you guys. We get to take the tape off and reveal our window. Now, before we do this, I have to warn you, there is going to be touch-ups, so don't judge how it looks. You know I bought the cheap tape, so I'm gonna need to touch it up. But here we go. Okay, you guys, I just took the paint off and the inside of the window looks amazing. However, it's bad on the wall. It's real bad. Luckily I have my wall color paint, so I am going to try to touch it up. My other window that I did wasn't as bumpy on the wall portion, so the tape came off much better. That's okay. I'm gonna touch it up right now and I'll show you how it looks. So I was able to salvage the wonky paint on my wall just by touching it up. As the next step in finishing these windows, I think they already look much more upgraded just with the color change. I'm going to show you guys my final finishing touch here using electrical tape, and it is really going to make these windows come to life. As you just saw, I measured the dead center of each window pane here, and I actually used a dry erase marker to mark straight down that center, because I know dry erase marker won't stay on my window, it won't damage the window. I go ahead and place the electrical tape. My biggest advice on placing the electrical tape is not to pull too far because it will stretch, and then over time it will shrink back down to size. So try to let it keep its full width. So pull it off the roll and then let it go back to size. I have placed my electrical tape and I'm super happy with how it looks. I need to think for a little while about if I want to do one going across this way as well, or just leave it like this. My other window has it crisscrossing both ways, but I need to think on that. So this is the all-time hack. A lot of people say, oh, it's just temporary and I'm going to replace the window. Well, I am not going to. This is how I'm keeping it, and to me, it looks great. And it's a super inexpensive way to upgrade this little section of my house. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that this video inspires you. If it does, if you like it, go ahead and subscribe to my channel to see all of the crazy ideas that I come up with.